The first event, 500-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Charlton of USC. Lane 2, Strength, USC. Lane 3, Spitz, Indiana. Lane 4, Fosnack, Cal State, Long Beach. Lane 5, Southward, Indiana. Lane 6, Burke, Stanford. There was a new NCAA record set in this event. The old record was held by two people, Greg Buckingham of Stanford, Mike Burton from UCLA. Both set the record in 1967 in a time of 4:37 flat. The new record is 4:33.2 by Mark Spitz of Indiana. Spitz, the eventual winner in this event, is in lane 3. And some of a very interesting and very tactful race against Hans Fosnack. Their first 100 split was a 53.2. And at the 400, they were about 2 seconds slower than they were in the prelims. And then, as you'll see, they both brought the race back in the last 100 at an extremely fast pace. Hans Fosnack is a freshman. Freshmen were allowed to swim in this meet for the first time in the history of the NC2A swimming championships. And Hans was competing for Germany in the Olympic Games in Mexico City, and placed 7th in the 400-meter freestyle, which would be the Olympic distance comparable to the NC2A 500-yard freestyle. It appears that Mark Spitz is advancing on Hans Fosnack in the turns. His turns seem to be far more efficient. It's a nice ride off of the wall. We have a contrast of styles here. Hans Fosnack rides on his kick, glides on his arms. Again, you see that Mark Spitz is advancing on his turn. This is an unbelievable time. The record was broken by 4 seconds, and not by one person, but by 2 people. The winning time was a 4:33.48 by Mark Spitz, although in the prelims he went 4:33.2, and Hans Fosnack went 4:33.57 in the finals. So you'll see that the race is very close. It looks here like Hans Fosnack is trying to take command of the race and move out ahead of Mark Spitz. They have, when they make their next turn, 100 yards to go, and you'll see that they completely leave the pack, and their last 100 was amazingly fast. Now here comes Mark Spitz moving back to accept the challenge. It looks like it's all over with. But Hans Fosnack has got an awful lot of swimming left in him. You'll see he comes right back and accepts the challenge again from Mark Spitz. They have 1 more lap to go. It was a fantastic race. Mark Spitz, being from Indiana, And the Indiana University hosting the meet made their fans very happy. In first place, Mark Spitz, Indiana. Second place, Fosnock, Cal State Long Beach. Third place was Andy Strank from SC. Fourth place, Charlton from USC. Fifth, Burt from Stanford. Sixth, Southward from Indiana. The next event is the 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Candon from Yale. Lane 2, Nelson, Yale. Lane 3, Bello from Michigan. 4, Spitz, Indiana. Lane 5, Heckel, USC. Lane 6, Knight from Minnesota. Another new record. The old record was held by Don Scholander of Yale, 1967, in a time of 1:41.2. The new record by Mark Spitz of Indiana, 1:39.5. And this was an unbelievable race. Juan Bello from Michigan and Mark Spitz move away from the field and put on a tremendous show for the swimming fans. An unbelievable swim by both of them. It looks at this point like Juan Bello in lane 3 is going to take command, but Mark Spitz meets the challenge, moves up even, and is taking over the lead at this point. An unbelievably fast time of 1:39.53. Mark Spitz from Indiana. Second place, Bello from Michigan. Third place, Nelson, Yale. Fourth, Heckel, USC. Fifth, Knight, Minnesota. Sixth, Cadden from Yale.
One of the tensest races of the weekend was the 100-yard butterfly. Spitz was the defending champion, but Doug Russell of the University of Texas, Arlington, who edged Spitz for a gold medal in the Olympics, was entered. Russell wanted this one also. He won this race in 1968, but didn't swim in it last year. Spitz jumped the starter's gun, but the second start was a good one. The field was closely bunched through the first 75 yards, but Spitz and Russell moved into a slight lead on the final lap. Spitz hit the wall half a stroke ahead of Russell, a rewarding win. Said Spitz, "This was a very satisfying win to me because I proved to myself I could beat him. I can't forget losing, and I never will. My worst moment was at the Olympics, and my best, maybe, was tonight."
Mark Spitz won the 100 butterfly last year, and he's out to win both butterfly crowns this year. Spitz holds the American record of 1:49.5 in the 200. Spitz turns in 50s of 25.07, 53.99, and 1:21.82, and finishes in 1:50.10 to win by over a second and a half. Robert Clark of UCLA finished second, important in the battle for second place in the team standings. And Bob Dixon of Southern Illinois placed third. Spitz flashes recognition of his victory and piles up. More points for Indiana. Spitz is also the holder of the American record of 49.1 in the 100-yard butterfly. He did a comparatively slow 49.82 last year to win. It's pretty close at the start, with the middle three lanes neck and neck. Spitz is in lane 3, John Ferris of Stanford in lane 4, and Reed Slevin of Ohio State in lane 2. After the first 50, Ferris has a slight lead, but as they head for home, Spitz is the one to catch. A new NCAA and NCAA meet record. Spitz provides Indiana with 2 more firsts.
Indiana's Mark Spitz set the NCAA record in the 200-yard butterfly last year. Competition will come from Ken Winfield of Michigan State in lane 4, USC's Bill Furness in lane 6, and teammate Bob Alsfelder in lane 1. Spitz holds the NCAA record, but not the American or NCAA meet records. Teammate Gary Hall has the American mark of 1 minute 48.44 seconds. John Ferris of Stanford set the meet record of 1 minute 49.61 when he won the event in 1969. With a time of 24.1 after the first 50 and 51.3 seconds at the 100-yard mark, Spitz is swimming away from the field, turning for home. His current pace will shatter the records. He finishes well ahead of teammate Alsfelder, Winfield, and Furness, and is quite happy with the results. A new American and NCAA record of 1 minute 46.898 seconds. The Indiana 1-2 finish gives the Hoosiers 32 points and increases their lead over USC.